the best Fashion Week looks and how to recreate them, the most iconic fashion shows of all time, my favorite nude lipsticks, and the Fashion Week event that I went to this week. It is Fashion Month. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Kura, and I believe that when you feel good, you look good. So on this channel, I show you how to take fashion and use it as a tool to help you look and feel your best. Fashion Month is here. If you are not familiar with Fashion Month, start in New York, we go to London, then Milan, and then finally Paris. It has become such a big thing. Even people that are not into fashion know that Fashion Week is here and it's an exciting time of the year. But how did we get here? How is Fashion Week and how are fashion shows and why are they the way they are? Whether it's Dior's new look or when Chanel debuted the suit that she is well known for, so many instances that has shaped what we have today. There are some iconic fashion shows have a huge impact on what we see at Fashion Week today. Versace's 1991 Freedom Show, in my opinion, will go down as one of the most iconic. Many people dub this show as the birth of the supermodel. Now, the show itself was quintessential early 90s. There was plenty of color, there was tons of black. Remember, if you watch this video, you know that fashion was slowly getting into its minimalism era, right? So this show is a great example of how it was transitioning. You had the black, you had the color, and you had classic Versace prints and patterns. You had over-the-knee boots, you had statement jewelry. Everything that you would think of for about 1991 was on this runway. It was an absolutely beautiful show, and I could see by looking at some of the looks how we are inspired by it today. However, while this show was phenomenal and quintessential 90s vibes, right? Early 90s vibes, this is not the reason why it will go down, in my opinion, in fashion history. In the early 90s, George Michaels did a video called Freedom. In this video, you had Naomi Campbell, you had Christy Turlington, and you had Linda Evangelista. All of these models that were big time in the fashion industry that weren't so recognizable to the general public. So seeing models outside of the runway today is not really a big thing. We see Kendall Jenner, whether you like her or not, is the highest paid supermodel of 2022, I believe, right? We see her in commercials. We see her just living her normal life. We see her personality pretty much, right? But up until the Versace show, models weren't truly seen outside of the fashion world. You either had to be really into fashion and follow it, or you had to work in the industry. So what made this show so iconic? At the last walk during the Versace show, those models that were in the George Michael's music video Freedom came down the runway lip singing the words to Freedom. They were moving, they were dancing, they were hugging each other, and the crowd went wild. Many people believe that that was the point where models were no longer just standstill hangers that we saw clothes on. They were interactive, they showed personality, they were able to create names for themselves and build their own brands. Think about it, Naomi Campbell is a supermodel, but she is also a brand. And it's very much due to, in large part, the Versace show and Versace himself. Fusing together the music industry and the fashion industry really gave these models another platform and exposed them to other people that had no idea about them. We did hit another audience there, Evangelista told Interview in 2013. No matter where I went in the world, they knew me from the video and not from my campaigns. Fashion had infiltrated pop culture and has not been the same since. This show is absolutely iconic. It is on YouTube. I will link it. You could go see it and see how the supermodel came to be. Another iconic fashion show, in my opinion, has helped to shape, I believe, American fashion is, believe it or not, the Battle of Versailles. So in 1973, the Palace of Versailles really needed some upkeep. It was falling apart, and the French wanted to restore and maintain the history of the palace. Many people lived there. Marie Antoinette is the most notable. So in order to fix the palace and bring some restoration back to this historic place, it was decided that 5 French designers and 5 American designers would show at the palace just to bring some attention to the need to restore this landmark. However, once the press got hold of this fundraiser, it went from being a fundraiser to then being called a battle. So there were some heavy hitters on the French side that were showing, and at that moment they were considered the best in the business. Yves Saint Laurent and Givenchy were among them. But on the American side, we also had some heavy hitters. We just weren't considered the best of the bunch in 1973, but we had Oscar de la Renta, Bill Blass, we had Anne Klein, Halston, and Stephen Burrows. So they all had their own niche and really had a grip in American fashion. However, as you can imagine, the Americans were the underdogs. At this time, French fashion reigned supreme. Not only did they set the trends, they also dressed the most notable and famous people. In fact, it was well known that Americans copied French fashion. It was no secret. Everybody in the industry knew. In fact, American companies used to pay for the right to copy French design. So it was no secret, and we were pretty much copying them. So to have the Americans compete against the French was a huge deal. And of course, people expected the French designers to win. The French had the upper hand, the knowledge, and the experience, but the Americans had the creativity, the power of diversity, and that it factor. The French came to the show with elaborate sets and classical music, and they really wanted to create a scene that Marie Antoinette herself would actually love. What they did was very on brand for them at the time, especially playing the classical music. In fact, there was a time in which fashion shows did not play any music at all. It was just silence. The Americans traveled to France and were ready for battle with live music. They brought Liza Minnelli, who had recently won an Oscar and was just a huge deal. I mean, she still is, but especially during that time, it was her heyday. She brought the energy and really set the tone for the American designers. The American designers didn't have an elaborate set. In fact, it was quite simple. However, they did bring 36 models, and 10 of the models were black, which was very much and is still out of the ordinary. Though YSL and Paco Rabanne have used black models in the 60s, in this particular show, the Americans outnumbered the amount of black models than the French had. And because of the time, remember it was 1973, using so many black models was very political. The American show was modern, it was entertaining, it was political, and it was very, well, American. It was very American. The Americans had contemporary music, contemporary clothing, and contemporary themes, while the French really leaned into their tradition and their history. In the end, it was determined that America won. It was fresh, it was youthful, it was about this time, and people were ready for a change. I don't want to give too much away because it is an absolutely amazing show and story, but if you're interested, read this book and watch this documentary. Or even watch the Halston series because that gives a little bit of insight into the Battle of Versailles. So let me show you a few things that I found this week. So this skirt is the perfect mix of trends, the metallic trend and the maxi trend. I really feel like this is very versatile. You could wear it in so many different ways, whether a blazer or a denim jacket, very easy to wear, and it's from Call, so you know it's a decent material. These are from my girls, my people who are not afraid of color. These are Cavalli, and they are stunning. They are on an amazing sale. The heel is what is so interesting about these. I think that they are just so different. And if you were a fashion girl, you will definitely be able to rock these in so many different ways. The price, it's the price that got me on these. There were a few of you who expressed that a crop blazer doesn't look good on you, and I totally understand that because I too have had my issues with crop blazers. This one, however, because it sits a little lower and it comes to a point in the front of the blazer, it does offer a different shape, which may look better on you. I don't like the crop blazers that are above my belly button just because of the way I'm shaped right now. But this might work. I'm going to order it and I will let you guys know how it works. I have actually spoken about this sweater before. It is a really good dupe for the Kate sweater. It is not exactly the same as that cardigan, but it does give a very similar vibe. It's also not cheap, but it is much cheaper than the Kate one. It's from Axel Arigato, and it comes in these two colors, I believe a gray and a black. Go check them out. I actually have also talked about this bag before, but it went out of stock. It is back in stock now. I think this is a great dupe for that big old beautiful YSL bag, especially if you don't want to spend $5,000 or if you don't like the YSL lettering on the bag. This one is from Vince Camuto and it is still all leather. I'm strongly considering getting this one. So I have this bag from COS. I have it in black, but I am soon going on a trip to Europe, and when I'm walking around Europe, I do not want to be holding anything. So I feel like getting this bag and having it in black and this color, this other neutral color, would be able to go with any outfit that I have to wear, and I would be able to be hands-free. I already know the quality because I have it in black, and yeah, I'm definitely getting this. So I saw this at Zara, and while I'm not seeing exactly how I want to style it, I know there's an outfit in there. There's a ministry in here. I just have to figure it out. Let me know if you can see how to style these. I'm just trying to work it into my wardrobe and how I would use it. I know it's a bit extra and it's not for everybody, but I see an outfit. I definitely see an outfit. I have been looking at this bag for so long. I have found it now for under $1,000, and there are so many bags that I want. This is not at the top of the list, so I'm not jumping to buy it, but if it's there for much longer, I might just have to make the plunge. It's a very good price for this bag. So if you are a person who likes the metallic trend and you like the Jacquemus clutch, but it was too much money, you like the Coach bag, but you're not a huge fan of the branding, I've spoken about this brand before, and I think it is right up there with the Jacquemus and the Coach purse. It is definitely a different shape. This one is also leather, and yeah, I think it's just beautiful and different. If you're looking for something different, because you know a lot of people are going to have the Coach, this is a good option just to get on the trend. Have something that's good quality, something that's on trend, but not something that a lot of us are going to have. I have never been into bucket bags, but of course I'm seeing them everywhere, so now I'm strongly considering a bucket bag. This one is from J. Crew, and I've showed you this before. I showed you in the gold option, but I really like the brown as well. I'm really digging browns, probably because fall is coming and I'm seeing it everywhere. But this one comes in a two-tone, so one side is leather and the other side is suede, and as far as I can see, it fits a ton. It also comes in black and another color, I believe, maybe navy blue. I don't remember, but I just want to bring to your attention, J. Crew has like some nice basic and a few trendy pieces as well. I just think this is very fairly priced because there is one I was looking at from Ralph Lauren and it is about 6 times more than this. So I just wanted to show you just in case you were also looking at the Ralph Lauren one. This bag is normally $500-ish, so this is a very good price for it. If you love Brandon Blackwood and you love the shoulder bags and you love a two-tone cow situation, this is a good price for this bag. I think sometimes when Fashion Week is going on and we're looking at these bloggers and these editors put together outfits, sometimes people feel like it could be overwhelming because Fashion Week, really people bring out some of the craziest prettiest, most artistic outfits. However, if you sit there and really kind of weed through the outfits, you can find some things that are beautiful and very wearable. If you have been following me for a while, you know to use your det, and I have a few things that I want to show you. Of course, you can pick and choose what's good for you, your wardrobe, and your style. So let's start off with Tamara. Tamara is definitely one of my favorites. I love most things she puts together. I really love that her outfits are usually quite simple, but her accessories always give you a little something else. This is not a hard thing to recreate at all. You could even exchange the accessories if you don't like them. So the biggest part of this is that you need a blazer and an oversized suit, really. This one from Banana Republic is a great option. The suit cut is a bit different, but it still gives a very similar vibe. And of course, you don't have to wear this color. It could be another neutral, right? But this is very easily recreatable. I actually love that she paired it with these Prada orange wedges, because she could have used like a black or a white or a beige, but putting them with orange gives the outfit a little bit more depth. And these from my Teresa or these from Karen Millen will give you a similar vibe. If you want the wedge but you don't want the color, these from Reformation will also do the same. And as far as the little cute Hermes, I always talk about Tory Burch as a fabulous option to this bag. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to this woman. I adore her, okay? I love the fact that she shows that fashion doesn't come with any age. This woman, I believe, is in her mid-50s, and I think that she is just one of the coolest people. It's so crazy that so many people believe that life is over after 30. And here she is showing you in her mid-50s that she could be just as cool as the cool youngsters. And I think she's really cool. You need to go check her out. But this is very easily recreatable. And all you need is a yellow or lime pair of pants, baggy pants. And these from Farfetch, these from Bloomingdale's, H&M will all give you a very similar vibe. I believe that she is wearing the Bottega bag, but if you want a similar look at a cheaper price, this bag from JW Pie will give you a very similar look. Farfetch, My Teresa, and Essence all have great options for a beautiful bright green shoe. And as far as the blazer goes, you have to go Frankie Shop. This is an absolutely great option, or like I've mentioned before, this kind of oversized blazer can 100% be thrifted. Sai, a fellow New Yorker, always gets it right in my opinion. This kind of cape, a trench coat, is not very easily found. However, I did find this from Derek Lam on sale, and when I saw it I was like, wait, do I need this? It is not exactly the same, right? But it is very, very similar. And as far as pants are concerned, you could go to Spanx, you could go to Banana Republic. White pants or even denim pants would work with this look just fine. The main thing about this outfit, I believe this was Paris Fashion Week, is the caped trench coat. And as you know, red is the color of the season, and a red suit, if you love red, is kind of a must. The way this is put together with all red and just a black purse to break it up, I think is beautiful. And this one from Mango and this suit from New York & Company are fabulous options if you're trying to recreate this look. I just found this one from Banana Republic. Though it is shaped differently, it's still a beautiful red suit, and I do think it's worth mentioning. So I've swatched some of these nudes already, so I'll show you as we go along. This NARS Pigalle is one of my favorites. I have been using it for so many years. It is a warm nude for my complexion. You all know that lipstick turns up and looks different on many people, but this one on me is a perfect nude. Of course, matched with my chestnut lip liner from MAC, and then topped with my lip oil from Dior. I wear this combo at least 2 or 3 times a week. I have one at my vanity and I have one in my purse. This whole combo, just in case, because it's just like the perfect match for me. This is NARS Pigalle, and it is a matte formula. I'm not quite sure if it comes in a satin formula. I just always buy matte, and I have been for so many years, and when I want it to be a little more glossy, which is quite often nowadays, like I said, I just top it with a lip gloss. If you are a black or brown girl, you know that we need lip liner, and honestly, I haven't really strayed from my MAC Chestnut. You can see it has been used and abused, and it's probably time for a new one, but yes, this is something that I've been using probably since high school. This one from Huda Beauty is also a staple. This comes in handy when I'm wearing silver jewelry. This is a cooler toned nude for me, and I don't reach for it as often as I do the other one, simply because I do wear gold more. I told you all that I have warmer undertones, but this definitely does work. And honestly, when I pair it with chestnut and top it with the Dior lip oil, it does warm up a bit. This from Gucci is a simply beautiful a tube. It's very old school. It reminds me of something that you might see in the 50s, in that 50s makeup era. I think it's gorgeous. However, the lipstick inside did not hold up very well, and it's a shame because I have several Gucci lipsticks, but the one that I would wear the most, which is this one, as you can see, it has been used and abused, and it doesn't stay clean. I've cleaned this many times, and this is another cool toned nude. It looks very similar to the Huda Beauty. This one is has a little more pink in it, or something. It's definitely different, but very, very similar. To be honest with you, I definitely don't need both of them. If you have been here for a while, you know that I am a NARS girl, and this is another fantastic nude coupled with the chestnut lip liner. This is a liquid lipstick that dries matte, and when I mean matte, I mean very matte. So as soon as I put it on, I let it dry. I 100% wear a lip gloss over it. But this color is little warmer, or much warmer, than any of these three, and while it looks like it's very light, it's really not. Coupled with the chestnut over here, and you use a light hand, it is absolutely stunning in my opinion. I usually put on the Dior lip oil, but sometimes I kind of love to use this one from Buxom. This has just a little bit of sparkle, not to the point where I look like a child or a teenager, but it does lift this color up a little bit and make it just perfect on my skin. Absolutely perfect. This is a lip pencil that I use all over my lips in conjunction with the chestnut. I use chestnut to line my lips, and then I use spice to fill in my lips. And it is a very similar color to the NARS, but a little brighter. But it's almost identical. Who am I fooling? But when I wear the spice and the chestnut, I usually top it with the Buxom. I used to top it with the Fenty, but I don't know where my Fenty lip gloss is, and I also don't know why I haven't repurchased it. It's kind of a sin, actually. So usually I do top it with the Fenty, but this is another go-to lip combination. Every time, without fail, when I wear this Charlotte Tilbury Stone Rose in person or in one of my videos, someone asks me about it, and every time I wear it, I forget to put it in the description box. This can be worn by itself, or it can be used on top of one of these matte lipsticks. This is a satin finish, and it is stunning. It's a rosy undertone, a satin finish, and honestly, probably, it's hard to say, but this might be my favorite. I know I said the first Pigalle, the NARS one is, but this one gets more compliments, honestly. It's kind of pearlescent, but not in a 80s type of way. Every time I wear this in a video, coupled with chestnut, and definitely when I top it with the Dior lip oil, everyone asks me. Everyone in real life or on my videos asks me. So go check out Stone Rose and see how you feel about it. Let me know what your favorite nude combo or lipstick is. I know that we are all different colors here and nude is not a nude on all of us. Let's help each other out in the comments and say what our favorite nude is, what your undertones are maybe, and your skin tone. Those work for my medium to dark yellow undertone pigmented lips. I will be in Milan, Paris, and New York during Fashion Week. And of course, I will be giving you all the tea. To kick off New York Fashion Week, I met up with Jasmine. Interjecting here very quickly because I feel like I need to make a case for myself. It's very possible that you might see me on other people's vlogs, and I wanted to show you that I actually did do my hair. Listen, I am natural. I had planned to wear my hair this way, but now I'm seriously regretting it. It was extremely humid. I even had on a very oversized blazer, but I didn't switch the outfit because it was Fashion Week, and this is what I planned to wear. So as the vlog goes on, or as this part goes on, you will see that my hair gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But I wanted to show you that I walked in the place looking cute. If you see me on somebody else's vlog, don't judge me. Listen, you know I tried, and the humidity just could not be stopped. So know that I walked in looking cute, but walked away giving the Frederick Douglass. My hair has sweated out, but look who I ran into, we came here together. Hey girl,
You ran into me?
like we wasn't texting. Yo, so Jasmine, oh my Lord Jesus, look at my hair. Oh, she's so beautiful. You don't even know how beautiful she is. Oh, look at her hair. This is Aya.
I want
will
it.
put her information in the description box. Go follow her on Instagram.
Oh, thank you.
Anyway, you guys, if you have not subscribed to this channel or turned on your bell notifications, go ahead and do so. Of course, I'm in New York, so you got a little bit of New York Fashion Week. I will be in Milan, and I also will be in Paris. So you want to see what I get up to and the bit of footage that I can't get. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and I'll see you in my next video.